to another stream. We got 4 tables running. There's no NO400 action, but there's a lot of NO200 tables, so we're gonna play. There are some new players at the tables, so it's gonna be interesting. Today I'm not gonna go through the HUD explanation because it takes a lot of time. I think it would be better to, if somebody is new, that he looks at the previous videos. It will never fault here when you check back, especially with these blockers. Okay. This is a fault here. I'm gonna go just through situation to situation, and I'm not gonna and I'm not going to go like in some hands that played out. We're gonna do that at the end. So you can start on the chat by telling me if you want to go through some hands that were played yesterday. So when the stream is over, we can then talk about the hands and go through the hands. Okay, I'm gonna bet here. When he check the flop, we're gonna play until I think there are some other table opens. We're gonna play until then. I'm gonna turn on the heads up HUD. Okay, so we have everything. Okay, 7-9 is open here. King Jack goes, so A6 we open. This guy calls, we don't have a data, and when I don't have a data about the players, I won't talk about anything, strategy or stuff like that. I'm just gonna play like my standard game. Okay, this is our friend Bahamut. We're gonna call here, we're gonna fold here. I'm sorry, I need to kill those flies because it's annoying. Okay. I'm gonna bet here when it's checked. This guy c-bets. Okay, I think we can call flop here. Let's see on the turn. We can see here on the turn his double barrel range. It's all strong hands, and we see here skip c-bet and fold. He folds 68%, so we're gonna bet here. I mean, king got there, but I mean I would bet like 10x every time, so I'm gonna bet. Okay, we're gonna open here, and here we're gonna bet again. We're gonna bet like we rep queen x here. This guy, we don't know anything about him, but I mean I got 9 high and I think I must bet there. I'm gonna squeeze here, 25. We saw that this guy like it seems like he still played the king here, or ace 10. I'm gonna fold. Okay, I'm gonna check here. We saw that he folds 69%, and that's quite a lot, and we bet like 3/4. It only needs to work 42% of the time, so it's not a problem. We're gonna bet here like bigger size on the paired board. We're gonna bet like this. We're gonna open there. We're gonna go to the 3-bet pop-up to see what kind of play he got against bigger size. Okay. Okay, here even floats here probably. It's nice to have like this type of hands. We block 8-9, which is okay, and we're gonna see with what type of hands he's calling. He's calling squeeze as a caller, call strength. Okay, this is as a caller, this is as PFR. Okay, we're gonna delay c-bet here. Okay, call here with ace-8. Okay, this is call. We're gonna see his 3-bet range just to know his strategy. 16%. Okay, standard range is 10 off. King jack off, queen jack off with suited connectors. I'm gonna call here. This guy, this guy calls cold calls the trivet a lot with pocket like 7s plus. Cold calls the trivet with broadways and stuff like that. Now we're gonna bet here near the pot. We're gonna stab here. If only one player is, I would stab like 1/3. Against two players, I will stab half of the pot. I'm gonna turn on the regular HUD. Now we have 4 tables running. Okay. I think our friend Baphomet, we're gonna see like what type of hands he likes to check call here. He check raises 2 pairs, sets, and we don't have anything when he check calls. So it's telling me that he's weak when he check calls. I'm gonna bet like once with smaller size because I think he's like probably weak here. From the stats. So we're gonna see what he will do. I think it's okay. I think this size is really okay because I mean he needs to show a strength of his hand, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't have anything. By the way that he check raises 2 pair, he check raises the set. So I'm gonna shove here. I think we can also have a bluffing range here. Okay, this guy knew that this guy's really tight. Sevens are really good, I mean really strong hand, and I always call here, but I know this guy is shorter, he's tight, we got a player behind, we don't have stats or anything. I'm gonna fold here. I mean it's really tight fold, but if I have a stats, but from remembering I know that this guy is really tight, maybe like 4% here. So it's okay. I just need to check my... I don't see the chat and anything, so I'm gonna go to the channel just to see what's going on. I see the chat now, but okay. We can check, we can bet here. I don't see the chat. I see the chat, but I don't see the way I play. But it's okay, I see the chat, that's most important. Okay, we're gonna see the stab range here. Bet versus miss c-bet. Okay, he bets 46%. Okay, he stabs the flop. But we don't know his range, we just see the stat. I mean that ace is a lot better, I think, for us. Even we can bet like ace jack, ace 10. We can have aces, I think aces are okay check. We can check there and see what will happen. I don't see much of an ace-x in his range. I'm gonna only go like raise here. Even it seems like if we are raising that we can have like jacks and tens, but we have aces, we have ace queen. I'm gonna go for a raise here. He has ace 7 of diamonds, okay. I think he probably called because of the last hand, but okay, it's not important. Maybe the better play is just to go all in, but okay. Small 3-bet here, I don't know what this means, I'm gonna 4-bet it. Okay. A lot of strange moves today, okay. and he called. We're gonna bet 1/3. We're gonna go to the 4-bet pop-up just to see what's going on. Okay, called 4-bet, even 5s, ace-jack. Okay, we can surely see that he doesn't fold a lot. Okay, we can surely see that he has ace-jack and broadways in his range, so it's really nice flop for us. He opens the button 43% with 2.5x its call. Okay, this is a call here. This guy double barrels really a lot. 10x is not the greatest hand to have. He even bets weak mate hands. Okay, he's the type of player that will double barrel here with nines, with 8x also. So okay, this player donks. I don't know what this means. He donked the first time. I'm gonna call here, and we're gonna check here. And we'll go. Let's see his bet check bet line. Okay, he had a bluff one time. I would probably defend against him the 2x. Okay. I'm gonna bet here 1/3. And I'm going to 3-bet here like this. I'm gonna bet half of the pot here. Okay, I thought maybe he donked 3x here. So if he donked 3x there, we would get the raise. And okay, he had ace king. So strange. Okay, this is shove here. Okay. He has ace king here. Maybe we can get all in here. No, we can't. Okay, we're gonna bet here. We're gonna bet delay c-bet here, 8.5. Let's see, he folds a lot on delay c-bets. Okay, we can see with what he's calling delay c-bets also. In position call delay c-bets, he had really good hands. He had like top pair. He hit the second pair on the turn, stuff like that. So when he calls, he's really strong. I know she needs to go to sleep, and she doesn't want to go to sleep. She would like do some some things now, probably here with me, like going to walk or feed the dog, or going to the horses. She likes horses, to feed them. We'll do that probably when the stream is over, so I don't know, she won't fall asleep. She only screams when it's time to sleep. Okay. So he had that hand, he had ace king, he called ace king, and then he donked the flop. I mean, I don't know what to say about this player. Like, what kind of moves? I'm really unhappy about that hand with the jack because I see what kind of player he is. I think we can call here with king deuces here. And I see that he double barrels, okay, and then shutdowns on the river. Per one board. This is close. I will fold here. I would never fold a pair. I mean, he has 6-7 and 7-8 in his preflop range. What I saw here that he double barrels middle pairs, so call it. I mean, if the turn was like I don't know, I mean, he has like 10x, a lot of 10x, and I see that he's double barreling 10x. So I think that I think when we see that he's when he checked the turn that he folds a lot on the river, I think from the type of what I see in the stats, I'm sure that he folds a lot because his check range is not strong, and he called us there with like ace high. So okay, that's the reason, because he double barrels with also a weak hand, and his check range his check range is weak. So we're gonna attack that range with overbet. When he check the turn, we're gonna overbet like some top pairs and stuff like that. Okay, he opens like 27%. I mean, it's a clear call here. I think we can donk here, but he has like a big double barrel, so we're gonna check and go for the check raise. He double barrels really a lot, so we're gonna check raise here. I mean, he will double barrel queen x here. We see top pairs. We see, I mean, this guy will bet even some middle pairs. Okay, we hit the... Of course, we don't have ace king here. And also I think that he will have like some flush draws here with diamond. He will for sure have queen x here. I mean, it's close. I feel like I will shove here. I mean, this hand is really interesting. I think when he calls like turn, I know he'll have queen x, of course, he'll have overpairs and stuff like that, kings and aces. But I feel like he has also flush draws here with. So we don't have ace king, he probably has some part of the ace king. He checks probably sometimes ace king because his c-bet is 50%, so we must know that he checks sometimes ace king on the flop, he checks sometimes on the turn, so it's not like he has many ace kings on the river, but I think he has even some of 9x. I think we can protect here our 10x when we check like this, but we can like check also 10 jack here and full houses. So I think it's close, but I prefer a bet here. Against this player, I want to see how much he calls. He calls like 14%. Okay, against this type of range, I prefer c-bet here, but it's okay. We're gonna bet now against to see his delay c-bet fold is really quite high here. I think that if he had like 10x, he would stab the flop with it, because he stabs 52%. We can see what type of hands he stabs. Yes, he was probably stab. We see a weak hand, we see bluffs. Probably he would stab flush draw. I don't know how he plays, so I don't know if we can go for value bet, but he apparently has kings now and he doesn't stab kings. He tries to play tricky. Okay, I would for sure call river here. I was thinking about value betting also, and he has kings and he checks behind real fast. So strange, many strange plays today. Okay, I'm gonna check here. We're gonna check there. I'm gonna fold here. We can see like when he triple checks. When he triple checks and bet nothing. I mean, 5 is not good. 5 is not good to have here. But I mean, if he has hand like 7-8, like 6-7, like Jack 6, I think we can call. Okay, he has ace. and I think that he need to bet with bigger size on the river. On this type of board we want to see bet. We don't want to have check raising range a lot. We want to see bet a lot, and we're gonna see it with a little bigger size. Okay, we're gonna 3-bet here. He folds 43, so okay, and this is good turn for us. We're gonna keep betting here. What I was going to say, he doesn't have a lot of ace-x hands, especially we have ace of clubs. So I think that I see when he folds 43%, he won't call like here, like only ace that he has is like ace 10. So I'm gonna bet here half of the pot. He has like many pair plus draw hands here. I'm gonna bet here, and if I get raised I would probably make a call here. But that didn't happen, so okay. Thank you Magic Orange. Okay, no problem. It seems like only fathers are here today. Okay. Nothing but call here, fold here, 1/3 of the pot here. I see this guy folds really a lot, even versus 1/3 of the pot. I'm gonna make an overbet on the turn to see just his turn check call. Overbet range is pretty strong. We're gonna overbet here. We're gonna clearly call here. Okay. Not the greatest river. I'm gonna call here. Okay, he has full house. It's strange. We overbet and we got raised against this guy who seems like real tight player. He didn't raise. He did raise the turn once, but we don't know the range he raised. I'm not gonna call with this hand. And I don't know why he doesn't top it up, so we're gonna top up here. It's strange play. He folds on c-bet a lot. He check raises the flop rarely, so we can probably... 4 doesn't help his range. He can only have 4s and queen 4 suited. He folds 4-9 suited, and he folds 2. Okay, he can have 2-4 suited also. Okay, it's not like turn helped him a lot, so he probably slow played on the flop. Okay, we're gonna squeeze here. It's fold here. He gave us also good odds to call. Now we're gonna remember this, that he did this. Abnormal size, like we don't need to even defend against this size. We can just shove our radio hands. Okay. Okay. Just to see here, I want to see 4-bet versus squeeze. 4-bet strength. Okay, he probably is. Okay, I see that he's really strong when he does this, but I mean size is abnormal, like 3.5x. So against that size, I wouldn't have a call range. I mean it's so much. we can just shove here, and we are okay with that. This guy again call the 3-bet. This guy like seems like to check. He checked twice and raised us. So okay, this guy is really tight from his stats, so I'm gonna fold deuces here against him. And when I see this, I know that he again checked probably the good hand on the flop. This type of the flop, and he's now betting pot on the turn when the flush draw came. I mean, it's classic fish play. We're gonna attack his c-bet. It seems that he will check strong, but then his c-bet range is weakener. Okay, we're gonna bet 1/3 here. We're gonna overbet the turn again if we get a call. Yes, this is like really good. We're gonna overbet here with like this. And I mean, this is the situation that we can do probably with a lot of the range, and especially he just raised previously here, so this is really good. And I also think that we should, if he has like a raise range against overbets when he calls, I mean, it got a really weakener his calling range. So I think we need to be considering that when he calls the turn with overbets, he probably is weaker than usual, because if he's like raising when the draw we board is, if he's raising the turn when he calls, he's weakener, and we can like then bomb the river against him. Okay, we can call, we can raise here. We can see how much he folds to raise. He doesn't fold the raise a lot. Call, check raise, fold turn. So when he calls, he doesn't fold. This is call here. Okay. I mean, we can call here without problems against this size. Okay. I don't like check raise on the turn because 3 doesn't help us that much. So I see there's other tables. We can come in at the one. We can play also heads up. Okay, we're gonna bet 1/3 here. His calling range is like 35%, probably 40% here. I mean that he has all off aces. Okay, king 9. Also, okay, we're gonna go to another table here. We're gonna leave this table. Okay. We're gonna leave this table. Fold here. We're gonna bet small again. It seems like all the okay. I'm gonna check here. This is 3-bet. And like this is the spot I want to have overbet range. I'll bet just normal size. You want to bet a lot of flush hands here. Okay, we're gonna call here. I'll try to see. Okay, now he bets half of the pot. I'm gonna call here. I play with this guy a lot. I'm gonna call here. Okay. I'm gonna check here. I try to see, is there maybe tables and then 400. There is one table. Okay, we're gonna put it another monitor, and when table is free, we're gonna come in. Okay, I'm gonna fold. This is fold. I'm gonna call here. We're gonna put the heads up HUD here. Okay, this is fold. Is 810, and we're gonna bet here. Breakthrough heads up marker. This is okay. We're gonna call here. Not the greatest river, but just to see. Still no tables. Okay, we're gonna play heads up. Just to turn the, it didn't. Okay, now we have HUD, and we have HUD here. I mean, it seems like all the game is broke up. Oh, I didn't see this coming. It's not good. All the game is broke up, and we are playing against the bot. Literally, there is no other tables. I am at all tables. I mean, I'm at all tables, and there is no tables. Okay. Do you have idea what to do? Okay, I'm gonna call here. Okay, I'm gonna check raise here. He reps here. I mean, with king high, I think I would have a pretty easier call. He will have like many 5x and 6x hands. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna fold here. Okay, against 1/3, this is call. He triples 27%. Okay, we're gonna bet here. We're gonna see here how much he check folds on the turn. We don't have that info, but okay. I think we can bet here. Pretty with bigger size. I don't know what to do, people. We need to add tables, and there is no tables to add. Maybe go. I mean, before like 20 minutes there was 15 tables, and I just said it was so many tables. Now there is no tables left. Okay, maybe we can add like. Maybe we can add like NL100. I don't know, Chain, on this account, because in Croatia they are forbid Betfair, where I had like 50% of the rakeback. They forbid many iPoker sites, Winner Poker also, and now I don't know. I start play on DAFA, and I don't know the rakeback system. It's like there's some whip structure, and I don't know how much it will be. So you can ask me that for about a week, and we will see. I think maybe 40%. 40% is maybe about 40% on DAFA poker, DAFA bettors. Okay, we'll see. Okay, we're gonna bet here, but we'll see. We'll see if there is any NL100 tables here. Okay, there is some of the tables. We're gonna add NL100 tables. Okay, we're gonna add them and see what will be. we got one NL we got one NL we got one NL 400, and there is action. There is 6 players and I'm waiting to come in. There's a fish at the table, so that's the reason. I'm gonna bet here and bet the river, because he folds on the lay civets, but he doesn't fold on the lay, but he folds on the river. So that's the plan. We're gonna enter NML 100, and that's the plan. Okay. Soon as table open, I will come at the tables, and we will play there. One more table. Okay. Okay, we have one. We got 2 NL 200. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna add that also. Please don't broke. I hate this. Dafa bet. I apologize. It seems like when you add a little bit of tables, it freezes. Okay. Okay. We're gonna put them here. We're gonna leave here. We're gonna leave here. We're gonna leave here. We're gonna play here. I'm gonna leave everything and leave 4 tables, so okay, like this. Okay, we only have 1 table now, and I'm gonna add again tables on the left. Okay, people, I apologize for the crash. I knew if I'm gonna force that this will happen. Okay. When you add like more than 10 tables, they do this. They just crash everything. And that's the reason I left iPoker, because of sitting. Somebody has sitting scripts and he can always get the tables, and you want to come in and you can't come in. It's so annoying, it's frustrating, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna put the tables on my other monitor. We're gonna check here. Okay, gonna put on the other monitors tables we don't play. Okay. Okay, one more table. Okay. Okay. We can call for bet sometimes this type of hand. That's what I was thinking about. Okay. And also we can check Super Sport to see if there is action there. Okay. Unfortunately not. There is no action there now. So we are just stuck to wait. We are just gonna need to wait for tables to open, and we will play them. Okay, so it seems like it's perfect situation, so we can explain a little bit of a little bit of pop-ups. Okay, so we see this player calls big blind 60%, calls and 3 bets. so it's all suited hands, king 7, queen 7, jack 7, and all suited ones. He 3-bets big blind versus small blind. 3-bet 12%, rarely fold to 4-bet. Okay, it's close, we could call. I think we can call queen 10 off, because I see that he has a polarized range. He has like deuces, 2 deuces, 3, 5. So against that type of range, I think that queen 10 is okay. Okay, one more table is here. That's good. And let's see what happens. And I hate playing against short stakers. I just don't like that. Okay. He has big blind versus 41. I think it's probably like 45%. He doesn't have jack 3 suited, which is good in his range. We're gonna bet 1/3. He doesn't fold a lot on 1/3 of the pot. Okay. We can check here. We are ahead of his floats. That's okay. I'm gonna bet here again. I don't have stats of this player, but okay. And I'm gonna raise here. And we lost. What he had? 5 jack. Okay. He had 5 jack. And he didn't check raise that. Yes, I finished the law school. I'm a master of law studies. This is my title. But I also think that there's much more justice in poker than in the law. Much more. One more table, please, and I'll be happy. I don't know what to say about we can just see this hand. I mean, it's obnoxious. I don't know what to say. Like, he doesn't check raise, and when I raise, he just calls. I mean, he can easily ship there. He blocks queen jack. I never had queen jack, and he blocks queen 5. So I don't know what to say. Okay. No problem. I also know that from the big blind it's hard to play for many players, but the most important thing is to figure out the range of the opponents you're playing. So every time we are in situation of big blind, I'm gonna tell you a range of opponent that we are facing. Okay, I'm gonna bet here. We don't have stats about this player, but we have stats of this player, and we can see how he plays multi-way as a caller. He check folds a lot. It's important to see that he have check call range which is tibet and a call. He has, and it would be nice to know his range. So, okay, he calls like gutters or stuff like that. Okay, I think that this guy is. I think that he's a weak player. Fish probably, so I think I'm gonna bet here for protection also. He can have like ace highs too and many stuff like that. We can go for check shove also, but I think it's civet is also okay. Okay, I'm gonna call here. I'm not folding the river, of course. Okay, he hit the queen. I don't know anything about him, but he's multi-way and he floats king queen on 3-4-7. Okay. I was preparing myself for my other career. And to be honest, I think the best play here is to just shove on the turn. I mean, he will have like sometimes queen X, but sometimes they do just random stuff. But when I call, I'm not folding, so they can have random stuff, and he shouldn't have a lot of queens there. Okay, we're gonna trim it here. I'm gonna go for little bigger size here. Okay, and now we're gonna see his range here. We see that he calls about, he's like usual player, ace 10 off, king queen, king jack, queen jack, got suited connectors and suited connectors and gappers. We're gonna bet 1/3 here. This guy like called three bets with pocket pairs, Broadways, ace highs, ace jacks, ace queen, ace king queen, queen jack, and stuff like that. We have pretty cool double barrel here. We're gonna see his fold to turn. I'm interested in folding the turn. He folds only 28%. We can see with which hand he is continuing with. Top pairs, end up pair, bottom pairs. Okay, he's not gonna fold here. He's not gonna fold. My mistake. He's not gonna fold, but we need to bet. If he steps for protection, I'm gonna shove here. He steps the turn. And we are now close here. We are blocking nines, which is cool. I'm gonna bet 1/3 here because he has ace queen. Okay. I'm going for the bigger size against fish. Okay. Pretty nice turn. We're gonna overbet. You remember that last hand he did go for the check raise in the spot when he hit like two pairs. I'm gonna raise here. When he hit the top pair, he raised. I apologize, he didn't check raise. But what's telling me that probably he would check raise here with value hand. I didn't probably explain good, but okay. We're gonna bet here. This is my friend who plays now. He's on vacation and he's playing now. Okay. I think we need to bet like with this hand. And he need to raise that. Okay, I'm gonna 4-bet here. Okay, with kings. I'm gonna bet 1/3 here. Okay. Okay, so we 3-bet and he called the 3-bet. Gonna bet here. Okay. And terrible turn. Terrible turn here. We're gonna bet here like 22. I don't think he's folding ace high. And he can have anything. I don't know, is he betting ace high? I just don't know anything. I'm gonna fold here. Okay, fold here. And for that hand with 8-9, it should be easy bet on the turn. Okay, I'm gonna fold queen 9 against 24% of the range. Okay, so we see now that when we play blinds, we want to know his range. Okay, this is usual range. It's more than 43%. It's closer to 55% because I saw king 8 off, king 7 off, and stuff like that. Now I see that folds really a lot in this spot, so I'm gonna turn deuces into the bluff. I'm gonna bet here, okay, and I'm gonna 3-bet here with sevens. I mean, that's telling me that he doesn't have a good check range, and I just wanna exploit his bad check range, and I'm gonna turn deuces into the bluff, especially on that coordinated board. When he checks, he doesn't have a lot of strong hands. Okay. And Magic Orange, I tried to explain you my big blind strategy. It's much easier when you know his range and when you know your range, and then you can figure out about his sizing, what you need to defend. For example, if he's like betting 3/4 of the pot, you need to know that you need to defend like 58% of your range. So I like to put the range of his range in my head and my range, and to see the board and to know about what I need to defend in this place. When the turn goes, I need to see how is turn for me, and how the turn is for him. So I want to know how which card is better for my range on the turn. Is it better for me, or is it better for his range? And then also you need to go to look for sizing and to know what you need to defend now. You also need to know about your range, what you are check raising the flop with, because by check raising you are weakening your calling range. So it's important when okay, Murta, okay. I know that you were afraid that you are not good, so you call with 2 pairs, okay. But what I was trying to say that on the boards where you don't have a lot of strong hands, you need to put some hands into your value hands, like sets like 2 pairs in calling range. Otherwise you will be stuck with medium hands all the time, and you will face aggression, and it won't be easy for you. But so you need to play your opponents to see are they really aggressive. You need to try to be tricky against them. Okay, this guy seems like 6%. I'm not gonna float, even this is okay hand to float. I'm gonna fold against him. We can maybe see that if he's folding a lot of the turn, but he's not. So I'm gonna fold here, fold there. Chain, I'm using my own range, pre-flop range, and I came to that range by just looking how much equity I need to call to call like 8-9 off against like 24% of the range, and so I made my range a little bit loosier. So I just go by the equity. If I have equity, I mean, it's also one important thing, equity realization factor. So if you have 30% equity, it doesn't mean that you will realize 30%. So you need to probably know how much equity you're going to realize against some of the opponents, and then go loosier or tighter with your range. But I don't know, I didn't look for anyone's range. I just do my own range, and I play by that range. I can give you my range if you like. Okay, we're gonna 3-bet here. I think this size is okay. We're gonna see immediately his range. I'm gonna move a little bit here because one Magic Orange told me that he doesn't see all the pop-up. Okay, we're gonna see his range. Early versus middle position, folding a lot. Okay, so he's calling all pocket pairs, all broadways, all suited aces probably. He calls probably tilt tens, and probably ace-jack. Okay, this guy who usually just likes to cold called the 3-bet, now he's cold 4-betting, and he's using again really big size, ace queen, king queen suited, nines. I mean, he called nines like yesterday or the day before, like 2 times he called nines. I mean, once he called tens, called 3-bet with them. And I think that he's probably using like his cold 4-betting is, I think, stronger, because I saw that he's like cold calling 3-bet really a lot, like 6.6%. Okay. Not other tables opened yet, so we are stuck here. I'm gonna see if there's a chance we're gonna... Okay, nothing yet. Nothing's open yet. And I will show you the pop-ups I use in Big Blind when the situation comes. The last few times when I was streaming, I was like going in few stuff at the same time, few different stuff, and I think it's not good. So when we have the spot, we will explain that spot and we'll show pop-up for that spot. We won't go from one thing to another thing. Okay, and this guy like calls. This guy is a fish. I think I'm gonna isolate here. So much strange plays against from regulars. I mean, like donking with ace king, calling with ace king. I don't know what to say. And this guy calls. And I see that he has like really, and he doesn't fold on c-bets a lot. Our hand is not greatest by, I mean, we would like to bet without equity. I'm gonna check here against him. I see that this is player like he won't fold the flop ever. Okay. And a lot of fishes here. Okay, we don't know anything about this player. I don't even understand what type of range he's calling, so I'm gonna just c-bet 1/3 here. And probably give up because I don't know. It would be nice to know, to have stats now. For example, what's his betting range on the river here? Does he like bet ace 10 now no matter what? And stuff like that. Okay. Big blind versus cutoff. This is what we need to know. Big blind versus cutoff range is 13%. 13%. It's a lot. Okay, and he uses big size, and here he should use smaller size. We can have raise range here, but I mean this is really good hand. And also I want to see we have flush draw again, with this. I think I'm gonna shove here, but also we can call because we have like queen 10, jack 10 hands, king 10, and we can protect that range. Okay, I'm interested to see big blind versus button here. Okay, doubling. Okay, he's not triple barreling. Okay, this is a mistake by me. That I saw this before, I would like shove the turn. But okay. I see that he's give upping on the river and he's check folding the river a lot. So this is the player who will bet with his bluffs and check fold the river. So like having like jack 10 here or queen 10, I mean I would never fold. Hey Shining plays I know 400 with us. but he didn't know our nickname new. Yesterday when we played, he played with me on my other account. Shining is shining on the tables. Okay. Another. Okay, left click on the pop-up. That's the cure for everything. Left click anywhere back to the original table. Okay. Left click anything, anywhere. Okay. Okay, we want to see his calling range, big blind versus cutoff. To see just to know his range. Okay, he calls a lot of suited ones. Okay, but I think that his like ace highs are like maybe ace 7 off. I didn't see a lot of ace off ace highs. Okay. We're gonna check here, and we want to know his okay, he's falling to c bet really small, and I want to know his river. Is he really betting river with here with okay, I think we can bet here against this player. Okay, he has king. We have king, he has king. He gonna have pairs just to see. He had king queen. Okay. We're gonna tribet with not such a big size again. We're gonna go 3.5x. We don't know anything about him. I mean, it's usually call, but we don't have any stats, so I'm gonna fold. Okay. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Okay, we're gonna bet here 1/3. He will call pocket pairs here. He will call. He doesn't fold a lot on 1/3. He will call like hand with ace 10, ace 10, and hands like that. On the turn he folds a lot. On the turn it's a flush draw, so here I think we can bet here. We got the good blockers, and he folds a lot. Okay, we're gonna bet here. He folds a lot, and I think we're gonna I think against him his calling range on the river is like probably like king. I mean, this is close. I'm gonna bet a pot here. I'm not satisfied because my time bank is every time I don't have a time bank. He will have flush draws. And I don't think he's calling ace high. That's the reason why I bet the river. I see his calling range on the river. His calling range on the river is like I told you before. It's like king or 8. And he will have a lot more hands. He will have all flush draws with ace, and I mean, we have the best blockers. I was just thinking, if we want to shove, I think we should shove. I didn't have time bank, so I bet like whatever size I bet. Left click back on the table. Right click and okay, I understand now. We're gonna 3-bet here, squeeze it. Okay, I understand now. I understand, and there is a lot of flies. Whoop. Okay, here we want to have a big size. We got really good blockers with both sides. I'm gonna bet like this. And we can't just go to big blind spots. It seems like there was no big blind spot, and I want to show you that for Magic Orange to see the way I play it. I think I had really good results on Super Sport. I had both blinds in plus on iPoker small blind. I was winning in small blind and losing small from big blind. Okay, we are betting here, checking there. Again, we don't know about his range, but this is the board. We are going to bet a lot. Okay. I'm going to check here. This is fold. Okay, we are now in position of big blind. We are calling multi-way here, and you see Magic Orange how you play in big blind. You just need to hit set and everything will be okay. So my advice to you: hit the set and that's it. Just to see his stepping range. In this spot, he steps okay. In this spot, I will mostly have if just have like check raise range. Okay, folding there. I'm gonna hit multi-way here just to see his stepping range. He steps the flop 57%, and it's really a lot for multi-way pots. So we are gonna check raise, and I mean we have like many 7x, many 8x hands with backdoors. I think even 6-6 we wanna play or 5x we wanna play is gonna be on a check raise, especially against this type of player. We're gonna see now what he will do. Okay. Shining is tributing us. Okay, Shining, let me see your range. Small blind versus early. Okay. We want to bet small. We have like 6-6 in our range. A lot, probably a lot more than he does. So we're gonna bet he'll have the pot. I'm gonna raise here tens. His range, I see that he has a Broadway also in. He has nines. I'm gonna raise here. I'm gonna raise here to 42. Okay, we're gonna shove there. We're gonna see how Shining plays against raises. He doesn't fold the raise a lot, 42% in tribute pots. Okay. Okay. And he calls a raise here. I think that I would call on his place with kings and aces. I would certainly push. This is not what I intend to. I intend to bet again for protection, because he can defend like his broadways. He won't fold them to raise. Okay. I'm gonna give up here because I didn't bet. I should bet the turn and put the pressure on him. I don't think we can ever fold when is this spot here. I mean, we check because this is our top of the range of checking eventually 8-8, so we can fold. We can fold here in our bet. You had kings shining. Yep. Okay, I mean, it has sense to call with kings and aces. So he's repping kings and aces on the river. We are basically top of our check back range, and we shouldn't even check back that. We should bet the turn with it. But I don't think we can fold in this spot. But also I think I know shining, and I know that against me he won't turn the ace queen into bluff or ace king. So it was like gross spot, but I just know that this is the hand we can't ever fold, because I will get there with like eights, and eights are probably the only hand that I will check behind the turn with. So I now I had tens, and they are so high in our range to just like fold, especially when we raised the flop. I raised the flop because of the protection of Broadway hands. I think tens have value and have also are based on protection. My plan was to bet the turn small, and I would like to know what would shining do. Would he ship the turn there? I mean, when I bet the small on the turn and he shipped again, I would immediately know that he would never do that with ace king and ace queen. So even with nines, I know that he wouldn't do that. Okay, we're gonna 4-bet here. Ace queen, ace king suited. I want to know what this guy had. I didn't see when I was with shining in the hand. Are you busy? Head force. Okay. 15. We're gonna go with like 17 here. Okay. We will just wait for other tables, for some tables to open. Unfortunately, there. Okay, shining play here. We're gonna play here. Okay. Jericho is here. Okay, we have 4 tables again running. Okay. Yep, shining, you can't do that. You can't put the pressure on us on our stream. I mean, it's not okay from you. You are just not good friend. I'm just like mad on you. I mean, you should like fold kings. When I raised, you should fold kings. It would what a good friend would do. But no, you need to call. Okay? We can bet 1/3 here. He called the squeeze. We want to see his call squeeze range. He folds a lot of squeeze. He's calling like queen 9 and stuff like that. We can bet again here because he doesn't have a step range on the river. He has like many worse hands here. I'm gonna bet once more. Okay, I'm gonna check here. I see that he doesn't have like step range on the river a lot, so we have like big value with queens betting twice there. I want to see what he had. He had queen jack off. So forget what I said that he's like folding a lot. He's not folding a lot. 6k hands is nothing. Okay, we are heads up now. Potato God will probably play. We're gonna bet here. Shining, I think he won't call like ace7 here without anything, ace8 without anything. He'll call like with hearts probably. On the turn we can go or betting, but he has ace10 in his calling range, so I'm not gonna overbet. I'm gonna bet normal size here. He has like jack 9 or type of hand jack 8, he calls every 5, but on the turn he's folding 5x, he probably folds some of the jack x hands. He's continuing with queen x and only, I mean, he can have some of the king x also, like king 9, king 10, king with flush draws. Good luck, Murta. Murta is famously ladies' man, so when ladies are waiting, you can't keep them waiting. Okay, 4-6 is a classic call. We're gonna fold here. This is like spot I don't like. We don't have backdoors, we don't have anything. And he checks when he needs to bet 100%, so okay. We want to turn the 6 into bluff. I don't know anything about Potato God, but I know one thing, we are never good with 6-6 here. He's now betting small, probably really betting queen x here. We can't do anything, I mean we can raise, but we rep king jack. I would step probably on the turn. I mean I would step on the flop king jack for sure. We have like queen 10, but the first hand we should raise is the first hand that can call. I don't think that 4-6 is a hand that is in that category. He needs to drink because of poker results. Okay. A7 is open, queen 3 is a fold. Okay, let's get some action. Let's get some spots. Give me spots on big blind, I would be happy. Okay, this is like easy call just to see his range. Big blind versus cutoff around 10%. I see that I don't see suited connectors or gappers, so pretty linear range I see here. Like ace jack, like pairs, like broadways, and that's not the range we want to float. Okay, I see again calling from small blind. I just don't know how, I just don't like that strategy. Okay, his small calling range for small blind 3%, pocket pairs. He like probably has pocket pairs and like maybe queen jack off and queen 10 off, stuff like that. Maybe even king jack off. Okay, we're gonna 3-bet here. We got the 3-bet. We're gonna call here. I would 4-bet like king 7 in this spot because I see that this player has like 14% 3-bet range, 13%. we see unsuited connectors. I would probably say like 8s plus, ace jack off, king queen off type of the hands. Okay, we can't do anything here, we need to fold here. There is no way we can do play on this board with this hand. This is strange. Again, he's checking. I think on the river, if he checks, we need to bet here, because we have like ace-x. Of course, we're gonna like check ace deuce suited, ace suited. We're gonna check here. We're gonna fold now, but we will like check again when ace hit. We're gonna 3-bet ace king. This guy opens 13%, it's pretty close. He opens 30, now I want to explain. He opens 30%, so he has king 4 suited, so like king 9 up, queen 9 up. I mean, this is like defend in this spot. Okay, I'm gonna check again here. This is the hand I want float, for example, on these board structures. If I had like, even I mean, if I had like hand ace deuce, ace 3 that is connected with 5, we can probably call, because he has like king 9, he has jack 9 off, he has stuff like that. But I don't think ace 7 is just like, it's not any good turn for us. We don't have blockers, we don't have anything, so I'm gonna fold ace 7 off in this spot. Okay, we're gonna 3-bet here, 5x. Okay, okay, Shiny, you be free to do that. Okay. Yep, that's good. That's good. He can see like if I bluff him, if I didn't bluff him, and stuff like that. Okay. We're gonna bet here. I see that this player like folds a lot on c-bets. We're gonna see what he called with. Okay, we're gonna bet like here bigger size. Okay, just see his folding range on with bigger sides is like this. Okay, he doesn't step turn a lot. I think that in this spot we're gonna want to check a lot on the turn. This is the hand I will check on the turn, and if he checks behind, I think we can shove the river. This player like rarely steps. His step is 27%, and when he step here, I don't think we can call here. I don't see us shoving here. He didn't even play with us a lot. I mean, we can say we get some kind of odds here, but we have jack also here, which is not good. We have jack that is not good. He only has like jack suited, so if we can say we can beat jack 10, but he only has suited ones. So we bet really big and he called, and I don't see on the turn when he bet half of the pot that he's folding on the shove, and I see that he's like stabbing really small. So I think that we'll have like profitable bet check bet there. So by going by that logic, we have like really strong check range on the turn, because I would like check turn 90% of my range, maybe even check range at all. Okay, so it's not like a big deal, and I didn't want to bet the turn, so because it's so like it's not when we bet like this strong, he's gonna check even some top pairs on the turn. I mean, this player will check all top pairs on the turn. He'll check like even overpair like tens if he has in his range. So I'm not gonna make a play there, and I don't know what kind of play I could make, call, it seems like so bad. Even if we hit like a flush on the river and he shoves, we are never good. So the only thing that has logic is to shove, but I don't see him folding when he steps like so small range. Okay, we're gonna call here with 5-6 and fold on the flop. I want he's gonna see with 1/3, but I don't think that 5-6 is a hand that we need to float ever. Queen 8 is sometimes 3-bet, sometimes fold. At least we have 4 tables running, and I'm still waiting on other tables to come in, but there is no place now. I will click again to see maybe other table has opened, and it did. I didn't see it. Okay, we're gonna open here. Okay. So I'm gonna see his range here. He calls big blind versus small blind. So he has around 55%, I would say. King 8 off, Jack 8 off, around 60%. We need to bet a lot on this type of the boards. I'm gonna bet here. He folds a lot in position 46%, so I don't think shining will float us. And we hit the nuts there. Okay. Half of the pot in multi-ways is the way to go. Okay, I'm gonna call here. And shining 3-bets us again. Big blind versus early middle position. Okay, it's 4%. Okay, it's probably, I would say it's 6% here. I would say it's around 6% here. Okay, I'm gonna bet here, have the pot. I see that he folds 49% and check call folds 60%. Okay. I'm gonna call here with eights. Okay, gonna fold here. I don't think he's gonna fold like even in this spot 9x. Okay, he will. I think in this spot he will call. I would bluff on the turn that is more connected with our bluffing range. Okay. He can bet here like tens. He can bet the jacks. I just see that only bluff I see here is the ace queen. Only bluff I see here is an ace queen. And he can bet like tens jacks here, so our eights are not like greatest call in this spot, and probably we should call like eights with diamond, because if I need to guess his hand, I would say that he has like pocket jacks here. Okay, he had pocket queens, I think. Okay, he had pocket queens here. Okay. Nice sizing, shining. Okay. This guy doesn't have 4-5 off, so it's okay. We're gonna overbet here. I'm gonna 4-bet here. I see that he's like 3-betting. I know from he plays with me on Super Sport, and I know that he's 3-betting me really a lot. I'm gonna 4-bet here, and I'm gonna fold and shove. Ace queen is a 4-bet bluff. This time, I mean, we can easily call it 3-bet with. I decide to 4-bet now. Okay, he shoved on us. It's okay. I agree here. Okay, 13%. I think King 7 is the first hand we want to. King 7 is the first hand we want to play. And I mean, that hand on the turn, I think he has ace queen, but I also know that he's probably don't bet ace queen with that size. So I think I should probably fold the hand, to be honest, on the turn. I don't think we can ever fold on the flop, but I think we can fold on the turn. I mean, we are beating ace queen, but I don't think that he's betting with that size. Okay, I'm gonna bet here with 60% here. We can check raise also. I think it's okay. I think here that he will have floats here, like king 10, queen 10. He will fold. He will call that for sure. I'm gonna fold here. One table did open, but it's unfortunately NL 100, not the bigger blinds. Well played, Shining. Well played. I should fold the turn to you. But you are here in my stream and I need to show you that I will call you on the turn lightly. Okay, squeeze 3-bet. We immediately go to see his range. Okay, button versus small blind. Okay, you just see this. Here we need to have like 80% of the pot size. Big size here, and 6-7 is not the hand we want to do it with. We'll have some ace-x. I think I'm gonna bet and that's it. We're gonna have like ace-7 type of hand, and the reason why I bet, if he folds like hand like pocket 4s, pocket 5s, pocket 6, pocket 8s on the turn or pocket 9s on the turn, it's really good for us. I won't bluff the river here. We can see his fold versus delay c-bet also. It's like 67%. So I would probably say that he has like hand like ace a lot here, especially now when he bets. So I think it's okay. It's okay because we have some of the ace-x. We have also like hand with that we wanted to check raised with. So like hand with ace king combo draw, ace queen combo draw. So we have even some like some of the aces, big aces. Okay, this is strange river here. Only value we would need to get here is lower pocket pairs are nothing now. The only value we can get here is from ace-x, and I don't know if he has like ace-x here. I don't know anything about him. Okay, like ace of diamonds type of hands. and I can see he had like 4-7 off. Okay, I'm gonna call a6 here. Okay, so magic orange, for example, now I see that this 10 is really good, is better for him. He will have like now queen jacks where can he double barrel it. He can have like hands like that. He can have like jack 9, stuff like that. If he double barrels, I mean it's close. a6 is pretty close. Okay. And he overbets here. Let's see his overbetting range here. On the turn, his overbetting range here. Strong main hand, strong flush draw. I think that a6 just isn't in this category to defend. We see that he has three bluffs. Yeah, I think I would call. I mean, if I call the turn and put him on ace queen, I didn't put him on the ace queen by the size, but I mean, I think that he wouldn't shove like jacks and the problem would be if he shove like jacks and tens and queens, then it's like really hard to call. But if he's like polarizing himself on ace king and ace, I think that eights are a good bluff catcher in that spot. So that's the reason. If he shoved, I would probably call him in this spot from what I know about him. Okay, we're gonna bet here. We're not gonna float here, king queen off. We're just not doesn't connecting really well. We have some hands, but we didn't connect really well with anything. Okay. I mean that Shiny would, if he bet the river by what I know that he's playing, he would be wrapping me ace king, king x and aces there. So if you see now that he checked the queens here. So I think if we see that range, 8-8s are okay against ace queen, ace king and ace king king and stuff like that. So okay. He rarely falls to 5-bet, and he has really a really strong range here. I think in this spot this is like neutral EV call or fold. It's neutral EV. I know that, but as I know Shining and I think I won't fold like neutral EV hand because of the board coverage. I can have like board coverage on low boards. If I fold suited connector, it's really hard to play low boards. And he can see bet like ace king always, ace queen always, broadways always, and have equity. And that's things I don't want to do. On this board, I can defend 6-7. I can do nothing now, but 6-7 is okay to have on to have board coverage on the low boards, which are hard to play in 4-bet pots. But by doing that, you have like a really good tool to play low boards. Okay, in this spot we need to we can have like we don't need to have big c-bet range. I'm gonna check here and see what he'll do. We can see here steps. We can see bet versus miss flop, but bet versus miss c-bet. We can see what he's stepping flop and betting turn. He steps flop, bet turn really low, so he's like equity, probably has equity or barreling without equity. Okay, we're gonna bet. We're gonna delay c-bet. He folds on delay c-bets. He defends them okay. He will defend here with ace highs. I see by this, but I see also that he's falling on the river, so he's probably defending there with like ace x, ace 4, ace 5. He won't step all like 7x also, so I think we would be like betting there, betting the river. Okay. Okay. And I know that suited connectors are just like break even, and you only call them like to if you can like overplay your opponents. And I see that many regulars just don't have a like they don't have at all they don't call at all with suited connectors. And when I know that, I just attack low boards because okay, they have like pairs like that medium pairs like 9s, 10s, jacks, 8s, but don't think it's enough because they will never have like straight. They will never have straight, and think it's important to have that, to have straight, to have straights, to have like open enders and stuff like that. And by erasing it from your range, it won't help you a lot. That's my opinion. And we had like place in somebody. Okay, I'm gonna call here. Okay, he has, now I see, want to know his range. Big blind versus button. It seems like 33%, but it's not 33%. Okay, he doesn't have 6-8 off, he doesn't probably have queen 8 off. That's okay. I don't understand this size. This size doesn't have any sense here. I'm gonna call. If he's repping 2 pair plus, he need to go bigger on the river. So okay, he's raising jack 10. Okay, here we can go for the overbet. I don't see. I see that his range is not so wide, so that's probably because he doesn't have a lot of, like he don't have like jack 3 suited and stuff like that, like 3, 7, 4, 9 suited. So he has much less of flushes in this spot than we do, so we can attack him by overbetting the turn. And we would see like what he's doing against overbets here. We see that he's folding a lot and that he's check called range, check call once with middle pair. So from what I see now, I would probably like bomb the river also against this type of player. We'll see what will happen. No tables did open, but some other tables have. I mean, like 7 tables open, and I didn't. And I can't now. This is not good. We need to like. We need to restart the Dafa poker. We need to restart the Dafa poker if we would like to go to the other tables. And we have like NL200, like 10 tables or so. And even NL400, there are 3-4 tables running. But okay. I'm gonna play Shining after the stream, where he won't be able to see my cards. Okay, this is close. I defend like 4s, 5s. I hope that he will defend also. Okay. Fold here. I don't understand that. It seems like all iPokers, this size is terrible. I don't think, I mean, we are in the spot where it's, where I would like to check raise, and I want check raise with 4s. We got player behind, but this size is terrible. He need to bet like half of the pot minimally in multi-way. And I would say that he, I don't know, but this size is just terrible. Generally terrible to play. Okay, I'm glad that he got the check raise because he shouldn't use that size at all. Okay, call here with deuces, deuce 8 suited. And okay, we're gonna see Shining uses the the more frequently c-bets, 67%. He check back here. Okay, we're gonna bet multi-way here. This guy's fish, I just won't look at his stats at all. I'm interested to see his delay c-betting. Delay c-bets. This is his delay c-bet range. Okay, We see that he bets middle pair, ender pair. I think we have like a way to bet here. Okay. He steps 100%. I'm gonna go for check raise here. 4 is not connected, like 4-10, 4-10 or 4-7, I don't know. It's probably suited, all are suited. Okay, I'm gonna bet here with this size. And he get the other pair on the river, okay. Okay. 3-8 is a fold. I just don't know. If you want me, I can restart the alphabet and go to other tables. If you're interested, tell me in the chat, and I can do that. But it's almost 2 hours. But we can like make a stream because of the size, because of the shining a little bit more. However you like. And also this fish has come in this table also. 6-8 off is a fold. I'm gonna open 4-6. Okay, and I'm gonna open Queen 8. His big blind calling range, I see that is about 43% now. He didn't trip it once, so okay. He doesn't fold on c-bets. He folds sometimes on delay c-bet from stats for now. I'm gonna check and go for the delay c-bet in this spot. He doesn't stab a lot. It's also a thing. And I don't know if we can maybe check some of the ace-x. But generally, when he falls so much on delay, I think that he probably would bet it. Let's see what will happen now. We need to have like 40% c-bet here. 4-8 is sometimes c-bet, sometimes not, because it can connect it with backdoors. I'm gonna bet it. We don't know anything about this player in position strategy. So his range like is also, I don't think that he's calling 33%. I mean, at least he need to call 50% here. He need to have like all aces, king 9 and stuff like that. I think I will restart the if you want, so we can play a little bit more. It's fun. Shining is kicking our ass. We see that this player folded the turn. He called the flop with nothing. Okay. We got a nice hand here. He'll probably like call ace highs here, king highs, stuff like that. I think I'm gonna overbet the turn here. Okay. What I was trying to say, the problem is with alphabet and with Tall Live Poker that it's sometimes 24-hour stream. Maybe until we get some money from Shining. we're gonna stream until we get a pot from shining. Big pot. Okay, I'm gonna then restart the DAFA. I'm gonna play this hand, and I'm gonna restart I'm gonna restart it, and I know the way how to do it. You need to click more tables, and wow, we can do this without freezing. I tried to like 6 times go into tables and freeze it, and now it's letting me do it. So sick. Maybe we don't need to restart it. Or we do. Okay. Okay, he's calling big blind. I see like okay, he probably has like 40% here, like well, from what I see, it's around 40%, but he doesn't have queen 8 off, he doesn't have queen 8 off, he doesn't have queen 7 off. That's really important, and I didn't see like off-suited connectors, so on that board he doesn't have a lot of strong hands. Okay, and we can have a table here. That's great, that's really great. Okay. King 7 here will be a call. Okay, I'm gonna try to go in other tables. We like have 6 tables of NL 400. And now next time I try to get in the tables, it will block everything, I know. I have like 2, 6, 7 tables at the other monitor, that's okay. That's okay. Okay, we're gonna check here. I think I'm gonna overbet here. We have like all 7x here, so I'm gonna overbet here. I played like probably 18 hours. I know that one day I skipped even I skipped like I didn't sleep at all. I started playing like, I don't know, 8, 10, 8, 9 at evening, and I play all morning and all afternoon till the night. Why are you asking me? You want me to break the record now? These guys are just loves to call 3-bets. Cold 3-bets. If I had backdoors, I would like be willing to do something. Okay, we're gonna 3-bet here. He opens 22%. Let's see, he's calling 3-bet range. Early middle position versus small blind. Okay, we see suited connectors. We see ace kings. We see ace king also here. So he probably even have jacks. Okay, I mean, we can't do anything here. We just can't do anything here. There's one cool thing I would like to show you. It's regarding when flush hits and flush misses in 3-bet pots. I think it's really good. We see here, for example, how people react in 3-bet pot when flush hits. how much they fold and how much they call the turn and fold the river. It's so important when you want to bluff with blockers against that people, so you can see how they are, they like scary, this dude just get the flush, or they are unbelievers, so they will like, okay, I'm gonna call him on the turn, but if he bombs the river I'm gonna fold. You want to identify that players, and you have like that stats here. Let's see how Shining reacts on when flush hits. For example, Shining is non-believer on the turn, but I see that he folds a lot on the river. You see that, Shining? I'm telling you your leaks. So for example, you would call pretty light on the turn and fold like 83% on the river. And I think again with blockers it's like easy bluff in that spot. This guy doesn't fold a lot on the turn and a lot on the river. He calls flush draws. I'm gonna bet here, overbet, and probably bet the river, because he will. This type of player is player who will call all flush draws, and if flush misses, we can like make a play. We told that his range, he doesn't have king 9, queen 9, jack 9. It's so important in this spot, so we can bet like his value range if he check raises won't be so much 9x. I remember yesterday that one player check raised us, and on 993, and that guy like had king 9, queen 9 off, jack 9 off. He had like really a lot of 9x hands, and I was in situation will I want to bluff catch him on the river, and the normal player who doesn't have like so many trips in his range, I think like calling pair on the river is like way to go. Okay, but you see, like that type of player didn't have like trips very often in that spot. Okay, this is interesting turn. He calls big blind versus 40%. He has queen 10 off, of course. He had jack 9 off, 8 10 off. I don't think we need to have an overbet range in this spot. We just need to, I will just bet like I would bet king jack here. I think he has like 7 8 8 10 8 10 9 10 type of hands, and by overbetting we are like polarizing ourselves, and he also has like all combos of the nuts. So in that spot, like if I had a set and like 50% of my straights, I would bet normal size, because like we are not overbetting the turn in the spot like where the card that hit it is neutral for one another. You want to overbet when it's much better for you, when you have like more value combos than he has. But in this spot, I don't think that's that situation, so I would use normal size with even with the nuts. So that's important. Sometimes to and we open one more table. It's important to sometimes call with. Sometimes don't overbet with. Like with your nuts hand, you sometimes don't overbet it. You just stronger your normal size, range of your normal sizing, if that's okay. Queen 3 is like a standard 3-bet for me in this blind versus blind situation. Even I saw now that this guy doesn't fold 3-bet at all, so maybe I mean it is like probably sample issues. But what I wanted to tell you, if people like really call you light, I can change from polarized strategy that I have in big blind to a linear strategy, and that's really good in that spot. Okay, we have another table. I hope it won't break. Okay. We're gonna bet 1/3 here. Okay. This player steps really a lot. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna stronger my check range here. I'm gonna check, and it's really cool pop-up. You can see, for example, what kind of hand he's stepping. So you see size. You see that this is like bigger size. This is smaller size. This is the strength, lower strength and higher strength. So you can see what he's stepping with. You can see here what he's stepping the flop and betting the turn, and stepping flop, betting turn, betting river. I think it's really good pop-up to have. And also I didn't have an opportunity to show you. He falls to delay C, but it's 58%. It's really a lot. I didn't have opportunity to show you the one of the best pop-ups in the game. It's a river betting pop-up. I wanted to show you this. You have this for all sizing tells. You got out of position river bet size, in position river bet size, and in all possible situations. So after betting turn, calling turn, after check turn, out of position. So you will know, does he bluff like bet check, bet line, or bet? Is he bluffing there? And you will have a better way of thinking and knowing what your opponent is repping. So that's cool pop-up, and I'm gonna try to show you if we will be in that situation to see, like, he's betting the river. Okay, let's see what he has, with which hand he's betting the river with that size and stuff like that. We're gonna squeeze here. We're gonna see how this player reacts on squeeze. He folds a lot. As okay, we get the pot, and we are on other tables. I think maybe the best is to tomorrow to start the stream hour later. I think it's still earlier. People are outside, so we're gonna start stream tomorrow at 10. I think it will be better action because we lost like half an hour on anything today. And I know by everyday playing we'll have like better situations, and I will have you a better way to explain, because I tried to explain like yesterday and day before, like some spot that doesn't have any, it didn't happen at all, and I just remembered that pop-up is cool and I would like to show you. And we are just going from one story to another story, and I don't think it's so good. Maybe it's better just to show the situation and that's it. When situation comes, we show the pop-up and that's it. I think it's the best way. It's slower way, but better. You don't see it. 396, I think. Why? Why want to know that? This guy seems like really loose. Like 70% of hands. And now he's donking, like. Okay, we can see his donking range here. He donked it 3 times, top pair, mid kicker, top pair, high kicker, top pair, mid kicker. We can call here. But by doing this, he's weakening his, when he's checked, he's weakening his check. Like, he shouldn't step at all, but if we see that he's stabbing top pairs when he checks, like, he probably doesn't have top pair. I played with this guy. I don't understand how we only have 500 hands. I know we played a lot. Maybe he changed nick from irrelevant with he had double R here. It's probably that. Okay, we have ace king. This player folds, I would say, to a 3-bet a little bit more. We're gonna 3-bet here, and we're gonna immediately see his range middle position versus small blind. He has like okay, he has like ace king in his range. He has like ace king in his range. He has ace king. He has ace jack. He's probably the worst. We can check or bet here. I think it's the same. We're gonna bet 1/3 of the pot on the queen high boards, and that's it. I think here we can go like half of the pot here, like we want to bet ace-x here. I think it's okay. This is what I was talking about the range protection. We protect our aces with betting with some of the flushes this size. So if the player like has king jack and he decides to raise, we just make him like to feel like really bad in this bet. And this fly is impossible to kill. So sick. Okay, fold. Let's see what he had. He had queen jack. This is so unfortunately. So he didn't raise queen jack with jack of spades. And that's the only reason I bet the dead size to like, so unfortunately. He had like not straight there. You shouldn't protect your range. So that's like, it's not important. Okay. People, would you like to tell me if you want to have you want to stream to continue for a little bit, or we're gonna finish today and like go to some questions? I mean, it's fun to play with Shining. I would like that he's like with us more often. Maybe he can come as a guest to the channel to play with our program. What do you say, Shining? Would you do such a thing to play, and I would be like asking you questions, and you can play with our program, just to see like how would you do it with the program? And also Chain told me that he would like to come, so that's also what was I? That is something I also have in plan. Okay, so this guy steps a big size here. He's not stepping, just to see, he's not stepping a lot. I mean, we are calling here. Okay, inside straight draw. Okay, we're gonna see his strategy for the turn. I think that he bets really aggressively on the turn also, yes, 60%. Okay, and he uses the big size with the gut shots. I mean, 8's not the best card here, but I mean, against this type of player we're gonna call. I'm gonna fold against him, against 5x, and I know him from before. He's really tight. Queen 10 got there. Aces with the diamonds got there, and now he's repping. Now he's repping. Now he's repping Queen 10. Now he's repping Queen 10. We're gonna go here to river bet pop up. We see that he bluffed here. I'm gonna make a call here. Okay. I think that Graph really helped us in this spot. And I also think that this time that he bluffed over betas, that he did to us, and I called him before, and I noticed that he's using normal size with value hands and over bet size with bluffing hands. And Shining, please tell me if you are interested to come into the channel and play with our program. Chain, you told me that you are interested, and I would like to see you playing. I know that you had really great success in the MTTs. You can maybe start cash again, or just try cash games. This guy is a fish. This guy is a fish. This guy is a fish, but wow, he's like squeezing nines here. I mean, I have to call here. But his range is like probably nines plus, and he now checks. If we need to bet, we're gonna bet a higher size here. I'm gonna step, but I don't like it. I just feel like when they check, these type of players are like, and he check calls. Okay. Do you want to shove here or bet like this? I think we can bet here like 9x. And now this is the spot I don't like. This is gonna fold here ace queen, but I think we have to ship here. We are hoping to fold about ace queen in this spot. Okay, he has tens. I mean, it's probably not the smartest idea, but okay. I mean, but on the river, I just don't see myself check behind here. And I don't have like tens and jacks wasn't in my mind to play like this. But okay. I just can't check on the river like nothing. And like hand that never wins. If we like fold here ace queen, I'm really happy about it. And that's it. And what is the unfortunate thing, I would probably shove like 7x here. To be honest, I would shove like 7x for value. If I had like 6-7 or 7-8, I would shove for sure. So that's going into for us to folding ace queen. If he like calls and he ace queen and c7x, it would be gross feeling for him. And he would like to need to call ace queen here, that we have like pure bluff that we had like now. But I think that's like pretty often. He doesn't know anything about us, so I try to like shove here. Okay. I think he has like ace 9 here. 100%. He has 9. Like he has like ace 9 here. He folds a lot. I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna not overbet here. He has like also 7-8. He has like 9-10, 10 jack, 10x hands, 7x hands, a7. On the turn he probably folds ace 5. Okay, and I see that he's folding on the river really a lot here. And I don't think that he has much of the 6x. For 6 he only has like suited ones, and he folds on the river really a lot. I'm gonna bet here. I'm gonna bet like a bigger size. We're gonna rep here overpair, and I'm gonna bet like this. Okay, I'm gonna fold here against him. Okay, we got the aces here. I'm gonna three-bet him. I think when I see that like folding around here, I think that we can fold 7x. I think he can have backdoors with like ace of spade. I think we have like fold equity here. And when I see that type of fold, I would do that. 46 is to go. We got a call in the late seconds. Too bad. We're gonna call here with queens. But I'm pretty happy with my play. I see that he like think about until the last second to call with. I mean, he had like 10-9, so I mean, it's so easy call. I don't even understand how did he like thinking so much. Okay, I think also we need to bet here. We are, I mean, on the bottom of the range, so I won't explain why I'm betting that. Okay, Shining, but you can like familiar yourself with the HUD, like go through pop-ups and like in half an hour you can like learn it, and pop-ups are really logically connected, so it's not a problem. I think that you can go like prepare yourself like 1 hour before stream and you will know everything. That's my opinion. Okay, I'm going to trim it here. This is the fault here. Okay, let's see his range once again. You see, he doesn't have like jack 2, jack 3, jack 4, 2 deuces, 3 deuces, 4 deuces, suited connectors. He doesn't have 5-7 off here. He doesn't have jack 6 off here. I think we can attack here, attack this player, and he falls like river a lot. And he check raises now, and he is wrapping really thin here. We can go on to the trivet here. Okay. And he calls. Okay. I would say that he has. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna bet here again. I'm gonna turn the hand into bluff and block Queen Jack and Ace Jack. He's trivetting. Okay, I'm gonna fold here. He probably has like Jack X or something like 5-7 of hearts. Okay, and this is like check, probably check call here. I don't know if we have value to bet here. We're not now losing on 5x. He had Ace Jack. Okay, we had some value here. Okay, why I tribute the flop there? I tribute the flop there because he has a check raise. He mostly check raises bluffs from what I saw in the HUD, and I'm gonna call him. And this is like he doesn't barrel a lot, but it's a little hand. So I tribute the flop because he's like more bluffing when he's check raising, and he's like on that board he doesn't have two pair except suited ones, and we block like 4x there. So he only has like sixes that are strong hands, and I think from what that he's falling like 64% on the river and 44% in position, and that is telling me that we can get him off Jack X on the river. And I would like 3-bet Ace Jack for value against this type of player. This will be interesting. Okay, he checked. We're gonna see like how much he folds when he checked the turn. He folds the river 86%. So what we can do here? We can do have like the best thing is to bet small in this place to don't allow him to like easy fold. So the best thing is like bet small. Because he's folding 86%, we can bet like 1/3. He needs to defend 75%, and I mean the small sizing is the way to go. And the cool thing about this hand, if he raises here, I don't think he has ever a full house, so we have like great blockers to like shove. So if he raised me here, if I think he's capable player, I would like go all in. Okay. Shining is gone and the fun is gone. There's no more fun anymore. Okay, and the other table starting to crash also. Okay. Okay. 13%. I can't call ace-9. I can 4-bet it some of the time if he folds 4-bet a lot, and he does. Okay, I'm gonna pass this time. And now this guy is like stabbing again, and he doesn't stab a lot on the flop. Only 20%. I think we can fold here. I think Jack 8 is not so strong hand in this spot. Thank you, Shining. Thank you. Okay, then we're gonna finish for today. Shining is gone. The table start breaking. I don't even think I will play anymore, but we can go through some of the hands. I know I have a feeling that I didn't do well, so I want to see the hands. Where did I like fucked up? Okay, he just 4-bets me really a lot, so I'm gonna call him with aces here. And when we hit really a nice flop here, and I didn't see, this is like really bad. Okay, we're gonna call here with aces. Let's see his 4-bet play. Okay, he shoves, we're gonna call. Okay, he doesn't have any equity. I'm interested to see his turn barrel. Okay, anything he had, like king 8 of anything, river, king jack. Okay, it seems like he's bluff heavy, and even better with our hand to do that, to slow play. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go to hands. If you're okay with that, I'm gonna try to see what I did wrong. I'm gonna to see examples in the, like HUD to see. Now we have unlimited time bank, so I can see like where the HUD maybe was trying to help me, and I didn't see it. And that's it. We're gonna start tomorrow, like little hour later. So there's a lot more action. It seems like there's more action later. People are probably like outside, and I'm gonna write notes also after end of the session. That this hand played really terribly for him, because like I am not folding anything on the. I'm not folding. I'm not calling here without spade, and I'm not folding spade on the shove. Especially after we saw that he had like king queen king jack of anything and played that spot like exactly the same way. So I wouldn't fold any. I wouldn't fold here like nines, eights, tens. I never fold the jack, and I never fold ace queen or king queen with a K. Chuck, I think I could even shove like king queen here, or maybe even in ace queen. I would call with probably with spade. I'm not happy with the way I play. I feel like I made mistakes. I really want to see the hands. I just feel like I made a lot of mistakes. And I feel like Shining kicked my ass also. As soon as he was gone, I like lose the will to play. Maybe we can arrange heads up between me and Shining. I think it would be interesting. We played a lot, really a lot, on NL200 and 400 on my older account, and I know him very well. Okay, we're gonna finish here, and we're gonna see results, and we're gonna see the hands. We're gonna see the hands. Okay. Okay. We are up. Red line is okay. Blue line is, for me, really good. I'm above 0. We're gonna see the hands we lost. I'm really interesting to see it. Okay, I think here Shining played really good here, and I just thank you, partner. I think that I just don't have anything here to do. This size, I don't like this size here. I think he should go bigger. And I'm gonna see his like small blind versus middle position. Let's see his 3-betting range again. Small blind versus middle position. Okay, small blind versus middle position. He has like 5%, but I see that he folds to 4-bet 62%. That's telling me that he has stuff that he can call 4-bet with, and he calls broadly. So he probably has suited connectors there. Ace 5 suited, Ace Jack off. He probably has Ace Jack and King Queen that he can call 4-bet with. It's probably that. That's why he's folding a 4-bet a lot here. Okay, because he's 3-betting Ace Jack and King Queen for sure. And we call here A36, and we know that he has so much broadways. Okay, we have like 16 combos of King Queen, 16 combos of Ace Jacks, 16 combos of Ace Queen and Ace King, and we are losing like Jacks, Queens, Kings and Aces. It's 24 combos. I just feel like I have to raise here with tens to protect my range. We can even have like bluffs here. Like perfect bluff would be like 9-10 of with backdoors. I mean, I think it's okay bluff. I think we can also probably raise Ace-X sometimes. Maybe also hand like Ace-3. I mean, it's blocking Ace-Ace. And when he's calling here, I think he need to defend like with his broadways. I don't know, does he do that? Does he like call Ace-Jack here? I think I would call Ace-Queen, Ace-Jack with backdoors for sure. I would call even King-Queen with backdoors in this spot. Okay, so when we call and I check behind the turn, I think it's not good of the play to check the turn. I think it's much better play to bet 1/3 on the turn. Much better play for me. We are again protecting and gaining value, and I should bet turn 1/4 of the turn. And if he shove, I know for sure that he's not shoving Ace Queen, Ace King here. I know him, but even if he shoved, I wouldn't fold tens. I mean, I know it's contra-logically, but I think tens are really high in our range. I know we're sometimes like slow play aces, aces have like jacks probably in here sometimes and queens, but tens are really far here. I don't think that I would step 6x here often. I don't know, it just felt for me to on the river that I just can't fold on the river. I know that when he shoved the river, he's wrapping kings and aces. I told you that, but I just can't fold tens ever. So I think that hand is okay. Queens is okay. We lost against ace king. King 10. And I think we can say maybe this is mistake, but I have equity on the turn, and the turn bet is certainly isn't mistake. I just don't see having him 10-10. I can see having ace and king, but 10-10 is like really bad play. And when I bet the turn, I mean, he should like shove on me in this spot with tens, but when he called, I just feel like we can like fold ace queen on the river. And when 7 comes, it depends. It has I have bluffs with 7, 6, 7, and 7, 8, and I would for sure like shove it, because I feel like when he play like this way, he has like aces or he has like ace king and stuff like that. uh, he can have like probably 9 9s every time also, but it's no matter. I think if we fold ace queen here, I'm really happy. He had like 10 10, and okay, I don't know this player, I'm gonna write this up, and that's it. We have like jack jack here where we turn it into bluff. On the river, I think we need to shove. We need to shove here. We need to shove here. That is, I was like wanted to rep here like ace queen, but ace queen is can easily shove. So this is mistake by me. It's clear shove here. We have ace queen here. We have aces. I don't think I will. I like aces with diamonds is for me check 100% of the time, I think. And this is situation big blind versus button, and I don't 3-bet all king queen off in this spot, so I call some of the king queens in this spot. So it's not like I'm c-betting 100% this board. I have like 8s, 9s, 10s, jacks, and you surely won't c-bet them every time. So in this spot, the hand played, I check called, and he stopped on the turn, and I felt like he hit the ace with, or he had ace 10, which is I think strong call, or he had like ace with the flush draw. And if we shove, I think it's much harder for him to call, and we have value hands here. We have kings, we have like ace queen, we have aces, and I think it's enough. And we need to have some bluffs, and I think that jack jack is one of them, and pretty good bluff in this spot, I think. But he called because he lost hand previously. So okay. King jack here is like c-bet, and I check fold the turn. I think it's okay. Here I think it's a really good double barrel by us, and of course triple barrel. I didn't want to shove the river because it doesn't have any sense, or overbet the river. I didn't want to overbet the turn because I know that he will have like many this type of the hands, and we are then wrapping polarized, and he will have blockers, and I know that it's much more profitably to bluff with normal size. And on the river, I don't know. On the river, I just feel like we have so much value hands here, and especially I think when he has like 7-8 here or 10-9, it's so hard to call because he blocks our bluffing range, and he decided to call in the last second, but I'm cool with that. And that's it. I mean, about bigger hands, we had 8s here, we're shining. I told that he had jacks, he had queens. I think he played very good, and I think I should fold the turn here. Pretty easy fold, but I decided to call. It's not so important, I think, because if he bet bigger size, then maybe we can call, because then he's like I mean, we need to defend here 67% of our range. I mean, and I know that 8s are not part of that range, because if we have like, it's much better to have ace 4 than 8s. I know that. But I just decided to call because Shining was on the channel, and I wanted to like get the pot against him, but I didn't get it, and so it's okay. Let's go moving forward. Here we call triple barrel. I think it's okay. I think ace is always okay call. This is okay hand. I think I'm so much lost in these spots, like when fish like raise me here. I mean, I'm betting for value and protection. I have like massive value here, and he just raise. I feel like this is so stupid play. I don't know. He raised it like, I mean, I should shove here and that's it. I just decided to call if he has like, I don't know anything. I know that I'm not folding on any river, so it's much better for shove here. If he has like some bluffs, I don't know. I don't think that multi-way he should hit the queen very often. He hit the queen, but maybe this is a mistake. But I just don't fold to like when somebody hits something they shouldn't. I just don't fold in that spot. So it's okay. We here like called triple barrel with queen 5. I think it's also okay. We have like ace queen here with hit the river. I think all other hands are okay. That's it. That's it. I don't think that this is really important on the river. He hit the second.